And welcome everyone back to the NHL Kids Tournament. We have a great matchup at noon today between the Little Canadiens and the Little Red Wings, a rematch from yesterday evening's game in which the Red Wings handed Montreal their first loss of the tournament. Montreal still a powerhouse, but this morning struggled against the Little Maple Leafs as they exited with a 3-2 win, barely won as they ended the game down 2 men, but the Leafs had the empty netter, so it was a 6-3, and the Leafs still couldn't capitalize. And the Little Red Wings lost this morning, looking to get back on the W column. Game's on their way, and Montreal's already up to attack. And a great move to the net, but losing control of the puck was Andrew Fulmer, and is kept by the Red Wings goaltender.
Yeah, good stop there by Liam Vieira. We didn't see him in the last game. Last game it was Evelyn Deschênes, but Vieira, the next man up for the Red Wings.
And Evelyn Deschênes did really great this morning, but offense couldn't prevail for them. For her, in the end, sorry. And now a counter-attack. Potvin tried to reach for Fulmer in front, but missed. And now the Red Wings come back at attack. It's St. John trying to dig through a defense. And now he gets it in front, and a pass almost got to number 6 in front of the net, but never reached. Counter-attack for Montreal. Here comes Chase Carragher, their former first-round pick. Carragher in the corner, looking for options. Carragher in front. And guess who? It's Fulmer again, who had a chance. Couldn't put his stick down to keep that puck. And Montreal has to reorganize, but the Red Wings here try to enter the zone when the coach put his hand in the air to try to stop that puck. Maybe should have kept his hands to himself.
Yeah, and the Canadiens have been doing a really good job at putting the pressure on Liam Vieira so far. I'd like to see the Red Wings get going. There's a lot of really good players that we were talking about earlier this morning. Ryder Stava, Ronan Patterson, Santino Duchemin certainly had a great game, and Thomas Jutras scoring a goal for the Red Wings earlier as well.
Cameron Joseph in the corner with 9:35 left in the first period. Was still early in that game. Has Montreal counterattacks. It's Carragher with a couple of great dekes around the circle. Now he puts on the brakes and lets it for his defense. Joseph with a long drive and a reader in front. Carragher a backhand, and maybe the ref was in the way, was scared to shoot. But he got denied on that one. Now the Red Wings try to get the puck away from Montreal, but they get it right back. And now a counterattack led by Panin. Panin, who was dangerous today in this morning's game, and just couldn't put that puck in the net. Let's see if he can provide some offense here. As Montreal comes the other way. Carragher once again. Seems like he's been on the ice since the beginning of this game, and a great shot. Partially blocked by Vieira's Splastron. Has the Red Wings come the other way. Now fighting for that puck was Messina, and he tried to reach for Potvin, their captain, in front. Couldn't do it, and now the Red Wings come with an attack, and it was Zuchenyu with a great wrister, and partially blocked by Maximov. And now a pass in front, Maximov with a backhand, and as he's doing the split, a great save. Luckily, Red Wings didn't levitate that puck in the top corner because goaltender was beaten on that one.
Yeah, Maximov, great puck awareness there. We know the Little Canadiens coach loves having a great goaltender on his squad. Maximov is a big reason that these Little Canadiens have been the best team in the tournament so far.
Couldn't agree more. Has Montreal resets, and they're going to attack once again. It is Fulmer. Fulmer tries to get it between Duchemin's skate, but He knows very well that won't work. Trying to pass it to himself along the board was Jeffrey St. John, who ends up losing the puck. Montreal back to attack. It's Dupuis. Dupuis with great speed, but who's faster than him is Santino Dushman once again. For the Red Wings, he's been stellar in this tournament. Let's see if he can make a difference in this one. Dushman has it. Exits his position to attack. Here's a great wrister. Try to shoot it. Glove side, but again denied by Vladislav Maximov, who had the shutout earlier in the tournament, looking for a second one.
Yeah, Maximov is so good, but so is Santino Dushman. Dushman's one of the best players in this tournament, in my opinion. He's absolutely nasty with the puck on his stick, and he's a defender as well. Uses his size and his speed to his advantage, and he's going to give the Canadiens a lot of trouble and a run for their money in this game.
And Dushman hasn't been on the spotlight since, the Red Wings are a team, with the loss of this morning, are a team that's just below 500. So they're like team in the middle of the standings, and we haven't seen much of them on ice too. And today we have a chance to see them a little bit more. Has Montreal organized their attack again? Guess who? Carragher once again. A wrister that was blocked, and a reader in the back end. And just came over the net. It was Darren Ross here with a great chance. As the Red Wings come the other way. Radar, Stava, look out for him. He can be fast, and Sava lost it. And in the corner battling for it. First on it will be Vaillancourt. Vaillancourt just dancing through these Red Wings players. Vaillancourt trying to outski the defenseman on the left, but it missed. And now the Red Wings again will pass it in front, but now they lost it for a second. Now a turnover for Montreal in their own D zone. Captain Marcoux doing all kinds of moves while skating in front of the net, and now a shot came back to the blue line, and Montreal's going to get it out. Luckily, no icing on that one. Line changes from both sides. Fresh legs on the ice. And now, almost a turnover. Coming fast was Andrew Fulmer. And now on the counter attack, here's big power forward Jan Panen. Panen along the boards, trying to work for it, but he lost it, and now it's Fulmer the other way. Andrew Fulmer one-on-one with a Red Wings defenseman. Fulmer lets it behind for a teammate. It was Sammy Benamar, but he lost it, and now a counter-attack, and who else but Panen to get on the breakaway, but he lost control of the puck, and puck came all the way up to Maximov, who safely keeps it.
Yeah, and great job by Maximov at leaving the crease and not giving Panen any chance at all to reach for that puck. It was a good lead entry pass into the zone, just a little bit too much mustard on it, and Panen wasn't able to get his stick there. He's big and physical and great player, but not the fastest. So great job at recognizing that for Maximov.
Exactly, 100% has, with 4:52, both teams still looking for their first goal of the game. And now a great move at offense by number 6 on the wings. Has behind the net. Puck's taken back by the little Canadiens. They dump it along the board. Junior Potvin missed it, and maybe tired bodies out there as Potvin's a little bit less energetic than before. And talking about Potvin, he's going on a breakaway. Potvin with a shot, and he scores! And I was just talking to you 10 seconds ago about how Potvin maybe was more tired than usual, and he's making me eat my words here as he goes on a breakaway and riffles that one in the back of the net, and it's 1-0 Little Canadiens.
Yeah, Junior Potvin, the captain for the Canadiens, he caught that puck in the neutral zone, and he just went flying, and nobody was going to catch him. Perfect puck placement on the shot. and he just left Liam Vieira in the dust. So if you're Liam Vieira there, you got to bounce back. It's only a 1-goal game. A lot of time left in this one. 4 minutes left in the first period alone. So great goal for the Canadiens. And they're the best team in the tournament right now. So the last team you want to give a 1-goal lead to in the first is them.
Yeah, and now the next goal will be important because you don't want Montreal to turn this into a goal fest for them. And now a shot! Wrister that came from Vancouver's stick, and now some rumbling in front of the net. Battle for the puck, and small cross check here that came from Carragher. Carragher fighting for it in the corner, but he lost it, and now it's Edson Burns. Winnings try to get it out, but they can't. Now great pressure from Montreal's forward line as the Red Wings come the other way. But they lose it, and Montreal comes right back, and it's Vaillancourt with it. Vaillancourt waits for option, and a cross-ice feed in front. 5 Red Wings players, and Vaillancourt still found a open Messina in front of the net, but he couldn't complete it. No, that wasn't Messina, that was Dupuis, but what a great chance missed by him. Talking about him, Dupuis has it, it's Carragher. Carragher waiting for a teammate. Carragher between his own legs. 4 red jerseys in front of him, so he's got to think of something to do. And now the Wings counterattack. Their turn to maybe make something happen. And the corner is Diego Hodge. Counter-attack here is Dupuis. Dupuis, maybe a chance at redemption. It's a one-on-one situation, but great work once again by Santino Duchemin. Doesn't let this fly. And now a useless slashing by a Montreal Canadiens player. Could have been avoided. I mean, just could have skated a little bit faster, you know. But penalized will be Andrew Fulmer.
And this is a great opportunity for the Red Wings. A team like Montreal Canadiens, these little Canadians, they don't make mistakes, right? So any opportunity you get to bring them have them short-handed is a great chance for you to get a goal. And they have a great goalie, great defense. Every single pass they made is with such precision. So a man down, you're a man up. This is your chance if you're the little Red Wings.
We know Montreal, like a lot of teams in this tournament, they like to attack down the man. Let's see what they reserve to us on this short-handed unit on the ice. And talking about that, well, they do just that. Carragher initiating the attack here. Boy, lost it. It's back in the Red Wing zone, and Potvin. Montreal putting big offensive weapons on the ice of Potvin and Carragher here to defend. On this power play, as the Red Wings finally installed themselves in Montreal's zone with 40 seconds already passed on the power play. And now a wrister from the point came from who else but Duchemin's stick. And it was deflected off Maximov's mask on that one.
Yeah, Maximov is just always where he has to be. If you're going to beat Maximov, I would shoot it low. I'm not doubting his ability to go into the butterfly position and use his pads, but he's so active with his gloves, so active with his blocker and his body, and now he's making saves with his mask too. Like, come on, you just got to shoot it low at this point. Do everything you can, test him out. Yeah,
they haven't tried him low to the glove side, nor blocker so far, so let's see what he reserved to us in that second unit. Across ice spin in front. Oh my God, what a saucer pass. My goodness. And the Red Wings tie it up on the power play, and Maximov never saw that one coming. Thought maybe a player would stop that puck, and now we're all tied up.
That was the nicest pass I've seen in the past 2 days.
Wow.
Wow. That was a beautiful feed, and you got to give credit to the finish, obviously. The hand-eye coordination to put that one in. The saucer pass, just enough air on that to the point where no defender could deflect it. And you have a goalie like Maximov. We just talked about putting it low. You put it right past his left pad, right past in the middle of the glove in the pad. What a great goal to tie this game up with 1.5 minutes left in the period. Back at even strength, back at even goals. what a game so far we have here at Ice 2.
Yeah, what a goal. And to beat Montreal, a team with a lot of talent, well, you have to showcase your talent too. And they did just that on the power play. What a saucer. And Maximov never able to reach that puck, as he is the one making the save right now. As we're nearing the end of this first period, 1 minute and 6 seconds left. And it's tied up 1-1.
Yeah, the Red Wings haven't gotten a lot of one-on-one or two-on-one opportunities so far in this game. So the fact that they scored a goal where every single player was covering their post and everybody was exactly where they needed to be, nobody was out of position, says a lot. So if they could keep scoring those goals and getting open shots, then they're going to be in a good position, because the little Canadiens are just able to basically do whatever they want, go coast to coast at any given moment. And the Red Wings haven't shown us this ability so far in this game.
And as we were talking, Carragher comes in the slot, takes the wrister. Barely missed the net here. Red Wings looking to maybe surprise Montreal with a quick goal here to end the first period with a lead. A counterattack, Potvin. He's been the author of that first goal for Montreal in the breakaway, and now Potvin behind the net. Potvin, what can he do? He has magic hands, gets it to his defense. Back to Potvin. Potvin. Maybe here couldn't work with that much space, so he just dumped it. And now out of Montreal's zone, the puck is. And looks like there won't be time for a last attack. A tie game after a first period, a goal that was scored by Junior Potvin on a breakaway, and for the Red Wings, a goal that was scored on the power play by Thomas Jutras. It was his 6th goal of the tournament in his 9th game. He's been really good so far, and he understood the task when he received that saucer pass and put it in the back of the net, and now we're tied. So, Blake, what can both teams do to take over this game in the second period?
Just being gritty, right? Like, who's gonna go for the gritty goal? Who's gonna put their head down, stay in front of the net, and put that puck in the back of the net, right? We were talking about Thomas Juris. He's not a type of player who's been carrying the puck on his stick around the ice, going coast to coast the entire game. But he's the type of player that parks in front of the net and gets his stick exactly where it needs to be. He had a goal in his last game this morning that we called, and it was the first goal of the game. It got his team in the game, and that's exactly what he just did right here this afternoon for his Red Wings. Beautiful feed on the saucer pass, but you need to have the ability to put your stick in there and get the puck where it needs to go. So just continuing to be gritty. If I'm the Red Wings, and if I'm the Canadiens, I think they're playing well, to be honest. Like, their offense is always humming. They're always making smart, sharp passes, and it's just a matter of calculating those passes, right? If you're in the neutral zone and you see your guy leaking out into the Red Wing zone, just make sure to put the puck where it needs to be, because every single one of these players on the Canadiens is able to get loose and take a good shot. And we saw Liam Vieira get challenged earlier by Potvin, and he seems a little phased. So if they could just get more shots on the Red Wings, then they shouldn't have a problem winning this game.
As we are talking here, action has resumed here at Cité du Sport Arena, as the puck was free in front for anyone to take it, but no one wanted it. Now Montreal controls it. A long feed reaches Fulmer, and now let's see what he can do. Fulmer tried to get it behind for a teammate, that was Potvin, and now a turnover, and the Red Wings come right back. It's Marcoux with a shot and a save. No, it's not Marcoux, sorry, it's Burns. Mixed it up with the little Blackhawks captain here. And now Potvin back at it again. This time he has it at a wrister, and now a return in front, and defenseman for the Red Wings didn't know what to do with that puck. Puck was shot wide, and now along the board it comes Potvin. Potvin maybe trying to get too cute with that puck. Should try, shoot some more. Canadiens. And now, a turnover middle ice. And Fulmer lost it, and now counterattack for the Little Red Wings. And a shot that was blocked. Montreal's defensemen so far have been doing a great job. And here, a cross-check in the corner. Fulmer maybe frustrated here that he lost the puck at the middle ice. And he isn't going to get called on that one. Potvin here frustrated. So visibly Montreal, game's not going in their way, they think. As now the Red Wings enter once again. Try to get it between the legs. And now a shot came from Yu's stick. And now Potvin with some magic and a long pass. This time decides to pass. Pass was missed though, and he's going for a change. Maybe now a bad change because it gives a 3-2 outnumbered situation for the Red Wings. So the attack aborted, and now the Canadiens back at it behind the net. Not a lot of shots so far, a lot of blocking in front of the net by the defensemen, and some great suffocation by both teams. No shots from the slot, and as we're talking, a Montreal player finally touches the puck. And again, I'm going to repeat it often, but a visibly frustrated player on the Canadian once again, and it's Carragher this time, who doesn't agree with the call, and he's going to the box.
I agree with the call. He kept poking him with his stick, kept slashing him. It was clear. I even heard some parents down there complaining too. So you can't keep doing that back to back to back right in front of the referee. A little check with the stick here and there is okay, but if you're gonna do it a few times in a row, you got to make sure the ref isn't looking. So Carragher is gonna have to think about that one for the next 2 minutes.
Couldn't agree more, as Montreal dumps it right off the face-off. And it's it is the Red Wings' job to organize themselves once again. Now a great dig in front, a toe drag, and maybe an extra move that cost him the puck. It was Thomas Jutras with the deke. Puck shot behind the Red Wings bench and Red Wings net, sorry. As they come right back to attack, Zuchen. We know he's talented. Gets it behind to his partner, Jutras. Thomas Jutras. Now puck behind the net. Red Wings looking for options. And a wrister came from Zuchenyu's stick as we're nearing the half of Carragher's penalty here with 7:24 left in the second.
Great glove save there by Maximov. He's really made it difficult for these Red Wings throughout this game. Nothing's come easy for the Red Wings. They're one goal of the game off that crazy saucer pass. So let's see if they can make something happen in the next minute. Up a man on these Canadiens.
And these little Canadians, they are aggressive on the short-ended unit usually. So that's maybe the Red Wings can use that opportunity to create some space. But now 2-on-1 for Montreal, short-handed. And a great back check as Darren Ross was joined by a red jersey that was watching him close. Now they exchange the puck between the defensemen here on the Red Wings. There's 27 seconds left to Carragher's penalty, so maybe still some time for the little Red Wings to do something. And now little miscommunication, but nothing too serious. But now a turnover and a breakaway for Fulmer all alone. He shoots, and the goalie went in the net with the puck, and it's a goal for Andrew Fulmer, who's short-handed. Didn't hesitate to take that wrister, and with 10 seconds left to Carragher's penalty, Montreal strikes, and it's 2-1 in their favor.
You can't be letting a team who's short-handed score, and Fulmer right there, beautiful, beautiful move. He didn't even really have to make a move there, but just the way he was able to poke that puck away from two separate Red Wings and then beat the defense in stride to get that breakaway. Vieira didn't know where that puck was. He had some trouble locating that. Fulmer, beautiful goal for him to put his team up by 1. And you just gave the best team in the league a 1-goal lead when they were down a man. So now even strength soon. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, an opportunity for the Red Wings to get in front of their opponent, but now Montreal down a man to score a goal to get back that lead, and now puck dumped along the board and a long pass, and Potvin is getting to it. Carragher trying to go to that middle lane, but Potvin was heavily watched by Duchemin. Counter attack for the Wings. Here they come in front of the slot. Here's a shot. As he turned back in front, it was Ronan Pettersson with it. Now a great feed in front behind his back as Jeffrey St. John was watched by 3 Canadiens player. Now the little Canadiens get it out. Try to dump it for themselves, but couldn't do it. And here comes the Red Wings. Santino Duchemin. Watch out for him. Great speed. Cuts in front. A return on the back end. A weak shot, but a return that was given in here. Oh, that was a clear hooking call, I believe. And the Red Wings had a chance to get the lead last power play. Now they will have a chance to tie it with 5:13 left in the second period.
And Cameron Joseph is going to go to the box for hooking now. And we just saw the little Canadians score shorthanded. So can they do it again? Who knows? Because right now the Red Wings are having a lot of trouble getting shots on Maximov. And when they do get shots on Maximov, he has no trouble swooping them up. So let's see if they can take advantage of this power play.
Yes, because, Montreal last penalty they had, it was a tie game, so it wasn't too dangerous, but now they have the lead. Maybe they want to play it more conservative in their zone and try to dump it as fast as they can, as now the Red Wings finally enter Montreal's zone. The Red Wings are going to try to create some space, The little Canadiens players are aggressive, short-handed. They have to take advantage of that, and now Santino Duchemin does just that as he gets it behind for a teammate, and a wrister that came from Panin's stick and easily gloved once again by Maximov, who hasn't been challenged that much so far.
Yeah, he's making it look easy right now, but good on Panin for getting shots on net. We saw him earlier this morning get a ton of shots on net, and I think, if I remember correctly, he scored a goal. Panin, a dangerous player when he gets the puck. And we just need more of the little Red Wings to get some shots on net right now, like this one.
A drive from the point, and a great glove save on Zhu Chen-Yu.
1:09 left on the power play for these Red Wings. If they could keep the puck in the Canadian zone for the next minute, then they have a good chance at tying this game with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second period. Looking right now for Stava or Duchemin to make something happen. Duchemin is very active throughout these past couple of games and almost knocks the puck in his own net.
Now the fans got a reaction here as, it almost put his puck in his own net. Red Wings back in the little Canadian zone. They pass it along to the defense, and they will try a wrister. With the shot was Jan Panin. He loves those wristers from far away. He's a big guy, so he can do that kind of moves. And now Vieira got out of his net to play the puck, but now little Canadians turn it over for them. And now what a great play by Andrew Fulmer. And now he's pushed down the board.
The ref's going to blow the whistle there. Fulmer playing all over the place. A lot of reckless hockey right now we're seeing. The Canadiens doing a really good job at being physical. We've seen 2 penalties called on them so far, though, so the refs are noticing. But a lot of physicality from Fulmer right now. He has a goal in the game for his squad. He's playing with a high energy and a high pace. So good to see him get up. And now 7 seconds left on the power play in the Red Wings' own zone. It's looking like the Canadiens are going to kill this one. And they're actually going to send him to the box. They're going to put the penalty on Fulmer. because he was very active with his stick there, and even though he's the one who fell, he was initiating the contact. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the next 7 seconds, and then a 5-on-4 for the Red Wings. So they're getting chance after chance right now to be on the power play. So are they going to make it count? I'd hope so. But at this point, who knows?
Yeah, and a visibly animated set of coaches on the little Canadiens bench, visibly not agreeing with the call, and has the Red Wings get back into their own zone. We're now playing 5-on-4 hockey once again. Puck again back in the Red Wings zone. 30 seconds already have been wasted on this Red Wings power play. 2:50 left in the second period. Red Wings getting a long feed for Odge. Odge. A long pass again. It was for Arik Yoian. And Carragher's going to dump it from far away. Shot that was blocked by Vieira, but for a second I wasn't sure it could have gone in. And icing will be called, but on the Red Wings end, they just wasted that first minute of the power play. What can they do in that next minute to, compensate for that slow start?
I really don't know, to be honest with you, Olivier. They're getting shots on net, but not enough. Maximov is just all over the place, maybe throwing a body there instead of having Panin taking shots from the point. Stick Panin in front of Maximov, make him block his view a little bit, and shoot on him after that.
And now the skilled defenseman for the Red Wings. Reminds me a lot of Antoine Guo on the Little Kings. And they share the same numbers, so coincidence? I don't think so. Little Red Wings behind the Canadiens bench. The Canadiens net, sorry. As it goes back to the point, and a shot! And almost tipped in, and that's what we were talking about. Red Wings need to get some shots on goals and try to get some bodies in front to maybe direct the puck behind Maximov's back. As Montreal finally gets it out, Carragher will waste the last seconds of this Habs penalty. And now, Fulmer almost got out of the box too quick. And he finally does, as we're now back to 5-on-5 hockey with 1 minute and 14 seconds left to the second period. Has the Red Wings counterattack. Here comes the other way, Jutras. Jutras lets it behind for a teammate. Back to Jutras in the corner. Jutras chased by a Canadiens player. It was Vitrinas. Vitrinas still has it. Will he try the long pass or the safe one? Well, tried the safe one. It was meant for Fulmer, but Fulmer missed it. And it's a Red Wings puck possession once again. 42 seconds left to the second period. Duchemin has it. He digs through all the defense and he shoots, and a great save. Maximov blocked it, and net was dislodged, and instead of replacing it, just removed his net. And now waiting for a call. And I mean,
how did it take the referee so long to blow the whistle there?
Yeah, but at the same time, if I'm Maximov, I want to replace my net. Like, there wasn't the puck wasn't in the slot, and he just removed it by himself. Usually that's a penalty. You can't do that.
Interesting.
Tried to catch the ref's attention, but he could have easily replaced it by himself, but here decided to push it instead, and maybe got frustrated too. And now, talking about frustration, the Habs coach has a lot to say to these referees, men in stripes, that have been busy in this game. And now I understand that Montreal is going to be penalized. And I think I was right. There is a penalty when you remove the net intentionally.
And somebody's going to have to take it for Maximov.
And what a bad penalty with 24 seconds left to the second period. The Red Wings can hope to maybe go back to the locker room with a tie game, but now the puck's already out of the zone, so Red Wings have to reorganize. Puck is down behind the net. It's a chase for it. Red Wings first on it. 10 seconds left. Will he be able to do something? It goes behind, and offside was Darren Araikowian. What a bad break here, as 5 seconds left. Probably won't be enough for the Red Wings to even get a shot on goal.
Definitely not here. I think this period's over, and they're going to have to regroup.
And now, Canadians got lucky so far because their penalties haven't resulted in a goal for the Red Wings, but discipline will be a word they have to remember in this third period if they want to protect that lead and hope to win.
And I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not gonna lie to you, Olivier. The Red Wings have been on the power play the entire period. The entire second period they've been on the power play, and they haven't managed to make use of it yet. So just disappointing outing right now if you're the Red Wings. If you're the Red Wings coach, I know that you're going to have a big talk with your boys in the locker room. The Canadiens just kept shooting themselves in the foot throughout that period, but managed to survive through it all. So good on them, I guess, and we'll see if they could bounce back in the third period, make some better decisions.
A bad period from Montreal, not so great of a period too from the Red Wings, but they found a way to get a goal. It was Andrew Fulmer on the breakaway, short-handed, and now the Canadiens lead 2-1 on the Little Red Wings. Back to you in a couple of minutes for the third period. So welcome back. We're ready to resume action as the Little Canadiens are leading 2-1 over the Little Red Wings after 2. Before the period starts, I want to thank my colleague Blake and especially Gatorade for keeping me motivated after 5 hours of hard commentating. And it's been fun to watch so far. And let's see what happens in that third period. Blake, what are you expecting?
I'm expecting the Canadiens to win this game. To be completely honest with you, I hope that the Red Wings could hear me from here and they use my words as motivation, because they are capable of winning this game. It's just like I was saying at the end of the second period. You were on the power play the entire period, and they couldn't string together at least a convincing shot that should have gone in. There was nothing like that throughout the second period. It was all Canadians, even shorthanded. So they're going to start the period on the power play, a minute 36 left on it for the Red Wings. I want to see their main guys cook. Show me a Duchemin goal right now, please. Let's go.
And as we are saying this, puck is underway, and Montreal, straight off from the face-off, start attacking, even down a man. They've used us to that kind of behavior. Down a man. I've been saying this twice. And now the Red Wings get it behind Montreal's net. Duchemin trying to do it all by himself as Heiss is freshly done. The Zamboni just passed, and this was easily caught by Vladislav. Maximov has been doing a solid job in front of the Little Canadiens net so far.
Hey, he's been great. And I like that shot on the net, honestly, because if that so happens to not land inside his glove, it could have hit off his chest, it could have hit off his pad, and that's a rebound opportunity for the Little Red Wings there. So just keep shooting it on net and plug some bodies in the crease.
Yeah, and eventually they'll probably get that goal they want. Has the Little Red Wings starting to play from their zone with just under 50 seconds left to their power play. Now a turnover. And who else but Fulmer? But you won't win the race. What a dive at the last second by Zuchenyu to limit the damage, and try to plead his innocence. But Thomas Utrus will go to the box for charging, and we will have 4-on-4 action here.
Yeah, it's super unfortunate for the Red Wings. Thomas Utrus has the one goal so far for the little hockey club, and it's going to suck bringing him to the bench. He's one of those players that you just stick in front of the net and gets his stick in there, sneaking past the big defenders. So it's going to be even Stevens for the next 30 seconds.
Now Potvin straight off the face-off. Shot from far away. It was a wrister. We know he can shoot from anywhere and still be a threat. Now the Red Wings fighting for it along the board. And another call. It is hooking.
So this is going to be, it looks like, on Stravis. This is a tough blow for the Red Wings. One of their best players, along with Thomas Juris in the box now. Juris has only been in the box for 20 seconds, so for the next minute and a half, it's going to be, for the next minute and a half, it's going to be a 5-on-3. 10 seconds left in the box for the Little Canadiens, and then after that, a minute 30, 5-on-3 for them. It's going to be cake, honestly, the way they've been moving through this defense. So we'll see if the Red Wings could hold up.
And can't believe that the Little Red Wings had 3 opportunities to tie this game. 3 different power plays. Couldn't put the puck behind the net in these chances, and now Montreal with a 2-man advantage, trying to get back in the Red Wings zone. And now a cross-ice feed that was for Carragher, wrister, and they score. Came in the net just as fast as it came out, and Carragher doesn't waste any time to make it a 3-1 game on the power play.
Right out the box, Carragher did not waste any time. Indeed, he cut the piece of cake, put a candle on it, and blew it out and made a wish, because now it's 3-1. Fresh out the box. He made it look way too easy there. Now it's going to be 5-on-4 for the Canadiens. And if they've been this dominant, being down a man, shorthanded, you can only imagine that they're going to score another goal on this power play.
And now you talking about cake twice made me quite hungry.
I'm hungry too, Olivier.
Looking to be hungry for more. Probably the little Canadians, as there's a minute and 35 left to their power play here. And now refs talking to the person that is in charge of the scoreboard. And
9:09 left in this third period. The Canadiens look like they're just playing with their food right now. So dominant. Every single one of their players has such great puck control, a great goalie. The coaching staff really has a game plan set. And when they break into the neutral zone, they just make it look way too easy. Attacking the Red Wings on the forecheck. And the Red Wings just look lost right now.
And you got to wonder at that point if these offensive struggles will follow into the playoffs for the little Red Wings, who have scored 1 goal in the first game this morning. Then right now only have a goal on the board, and they've had many opportunities to, take that lead or even tie it. They're 1-4 on the power play tonight. And this is not that bad. 1-4, it's 25%, but I mean, in a kids tournament like this, you've got to score more on the power play.
100%.
Especially, we've seen high-scoring games, so shouldn't be a surprise to see a lot of power play goals. As there's a wrister from the point, came from Bunemar's stick, and now a return in front. It's a loose and they score!
Yeah.
And Darren Ross. And this has turned into a slugfest for the little Canadiens. It is 4-1 with 8:51 left in the third.
Darren Ross is hyped up, deservingly so. He got the rebound and he potted that puck into the back of the net. Vieira there giving up way too many rebounds to the offense. He really needs to get his glove on that and freeze the puck. He saved the first couple initial shots, but at the end of the day, a flurry of shots and a bunch of bodies in front of the net is exactly what made that play work so well for the Canadiens. And that's what we've been wanting the Little Red Wings to do, put bodies in front of the net. That's how the Canadiens are scoring all these goals, besides the breakaways that they've had. And it's just 2 power plays in a row that they scored their goal. Maybe the Red Wings should take some notes.
And little Canadiens ended on a silver plate. A lot of occasions for the Red Wings to, tie it up and come back in this game. And now it's probably too late, as it's now 4-1 with 8 minutes and 16 seconds left into this third period.
Yeah, and the power play's over right now for the Canadiens, capitalizing on both. You got to love it if you're the Canadiens coach.
Absolutely, and he was fuming earlier to the bench many times. We didn't understand the ref's call. He's got to be happy right now. His team's up by 3, but definitely wants to see his team continue pushing that gas pedal to the max. And now Cameron Joseph will retrieve the bench. He had difficulty to get up. I didn't see the play, Blake. Did you see something?
I didn't. I was too focused on center ice. The Canadiens trying to break into the zone. I didn't see Cameron Joseph get hit there. Hopefully he's okay. And I thought it looked like it was an offside call. Either way, we're lining up in the neutral zone, and we're gonna see if Stravis and his squad could get anything good together. They got a really good line on right now with Stravis, Duchemin, Pannon, and Ronan Patterson out there.
And now a puck almost stripped from a Canadiens defender. Has it Santino Duchemin, who tries to play it along the board, but a lot of Montreal Canadiens player on him. Again, Duchemin fighting for it. 2 white jerseys watching him. And now he's finally down, and Montreal gets a break. It's Carragher the first round pick for the Little Canadiens, and there was a trip, and Zuchen Yu stopped skating for a second. Believe maybe he was getting called on that one. Luckily, Red Wings won't. 7 minutes and 2 seconds left into that third period. Little Canadiens, we recall, have a 4-1 lead now. And now a pass in front. It reached for Dupuis. Dupuis going at large. Podden was an option, but couldn't reach to him. Now along the board. Great work. Carragher once again. Just dancing like a Russian ballet dancer around this defense. And a pass comes back in front. Potvin has threatening as ever. But a shot is blocked. And now a great turnover provoked by Jan Panin. Panin again. I mean, the Red Wings are so dominated that when they attack, they have to make some changes. So options are limited to pass to some players, and most of the time ends in Montreal getting back that puck. As right now, Red Wings behind their net. A penalty will be called. And a Red Wings player is down, but they are going to be the team penalized. This isn't against Montreal on that one.
And 2 minutes in the box for the Red Wings here. That looks like it's going to be number 22, Diego Hodge, in the box for the Red Wings. This is not what you want if you're the Red Wings coach. You're down 4-1, 6 minutes to go. And for the next 2 minutes, you're going to be down a man. This Canadiens team just showed you twice that they're going to score on you when they're on the power play. They're not afraid to let it rip, and they're not afraid to take chances. And taking chances is what you need to do to win hockey games. So we'll see if the Canadiens can extend this lead to 4 goals.
And a goal wouldn't really help their cause, nor, right now Canadiens just playing to save, to, protect that 3-goal lead. They are probably going to sign another win in this tournament. They have been great so far. If you exclude that poor performance against the Leafs this morning, that they still won, but that wasn't too convincing. And that loss to the Red Wings yesterday must feel good for the Little Canadiens to get revenge here, as they now lead 4-1 on this Little Red Wings squad. Cameron Joseph, son of Commissioner of the NHL Kids Tournament, playing great games so far for the Little Canadiens, but now an icing call against the Canadiens, as we're almost halfway through this penalty for the Red Wings.
Yeah, the Red Wings are doing a good job at killing the penalty right now. A minute in, no goals scored yet, so they're doing their job, but you got to think, down 3 goals, they really need to get their offense cooking. We saw the Canadiens not afraid to try and score goals when they're shorthanded. So maybe the Red Wings should take a page out of their book and try and do the same thing. They're in the zone right now, so it's a perfect opportunity here. And they're looking to face off, waiting to see who's going to go on for the Red Wings. The little miscommunication there on the bench. And Stravis is going to come off.
Now, yeah, refs want to make sure that everyone on the ice is legit to play.
And that's going to be Ronan Patterson taking the face-off right away and winning it.
And the shot. Saw from the beginning that this was going on a teammate. At least shot wasn't too hard. And now a long pass. Oh, and a big hit. A suicide pass for Emmerich Vancourt, and he got laid on center ice. Now battling for it in front of the Canadiens' net. There's the Red Wings. Still maybe believing to snatch a win. And now the pass that was intended for Vancourt missed. Everything's to redo once again with 20 seconds left to this Red Wings penalty. Now it's Santino Dushman. Could have waited for his player to get out of the box to counter-attack, but decides to go for it short-handed. Juillet with a shot that missed over the net. And the corner battling for it. Canadiens get out of it, but intercepted. Great work by Juillet. A shot, a rebound in front, and a cross check. Oh, a dangerous cross check in front of the net. Diego Hodge received that hit. Sticks flying down.
There's some shoving there. Jan Panin not too happy with his teammate getting hit up by a few players at the same time there.
Yeah, certainly. And
I understandably so. And a couple Canadians are going to go to the box right now. It's still going to be 5-on-5 hockey. So those penalties aren't going to count against the team since it was after the whistle. It wasn't during the play. But those players are going to go to the box and think about it just for a little bit. That looks like number 6 on the Canadiens.
And it looks
Anthony
like
Messina.
The Little Red Wings will go on the power play here.
And you're right about that one.
And Juillet shot. Oh, a hard shot. Maximov followed it to the last second. And then the Canadiens dump it. And with 3:27 left, you need, if you want a chance to maybe come back in that one, you have to score the next minute. Yeah. Red Wings counterattack. Tries to cut in front of the shot. Barely saved by Maximov. Stays strong in front of his crease. And now a counterattack for Montreal. It's Darren Ross. Ross tries to cut. Try to go left, but Red Wings defensemen were waiting for him. As now the Red Wings come the other way. Tried to get it out. Puck led behind. And a shot from the point. Andrew Fulmer. No, that's not Andrew Fulmer. That's the one on the Canadiens. Number 7 on the Red Wings is Santino Duchesne. And the play stops.
Great shot there by Duchesne. He's doing everything he can right now to get shots. It's tough to create for this Red Wings team in front of the Canadiens net. They've done a decent job so far peppering Maximov with shots. But at the same time, Maximov is a brick wall. He let in 1 goal earlier in this game, but it was off a perfect pass, off a perfect shot. All the stars had to align to score on Maximov in this one. And right now, he's too much for the Little Red Wings to handle with 40 seconds left on his power play.
Carragher short-handed in the corner, making some magic all by himself. Maybe tried too much here as he lost the puck. And the Red Wings, well, they lose it before even entering Montreal's blue line. Now the puck battle at middle ice. Red Wings first on it, and a penalty coming up for Montreal. The first penalty was ending for them, and well, they're going to be penalized again, and they will finish the game down a man. Won't change too much to the outcoming of this result, but the Red Wings going back on a power play.
The Canadiens seem comfortable playing down a man. They have a shorthanded goal in this game. And throughout the entirety, almost the entirety, at least the last half of the power play that's about to end in the next 3 seconds, the Canadiens were on the forecheck most of the time, which is pretty crazy. It looked like they were on the power play instead of being shorthanded. So we'll see if they could ice this game even more with another goal here, or if the Red Wings could up their goal differential in this game after they pull their goalie down 4-1.
And next game for the Red Wings will probably be in the playoffs, and at this point you've got to bring up some solutions to the table to fix that power play, because if they go 1-6 in this game, well, they're probably going to look back at it and say, well, we were on the power play 6 times, which is the equivalent of 12 minutes. So for a whole period, the Red Wings were on the power play, and still only 1 goal to show for it. And, well, they've got to find a solution at this point.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It's 6-on-4 right now. just looking to get shots on net, but the goalie just everywhere.
And now a high stick was on Montreal, I believe, at first, but now a Red Wings player touched it and the ref blew it, so face-off coming up with 1:06 left.
And there's some tensions rising. You see Anthony Messina, after coming out of the box, giving the much bigger player, Jan Panin, a little shove right there, telling him, I'm not afraid to drop the gloves. Although this is a kids tournament, there will be no dropping the gloves here.
No, and this, I don't know the rules specifically, but I think dropping the gloves is an automatic exclusion in a tournament. Not promoting violence here, for sure.
Not at all.
Back in front, and sorry to cut you. That was
I'm sorry to cut you off. Keep going.
Occasion by the Red Wings in front of the net. And now along the border, fighting as maybe the little Habs can start celebrating. Long shot, easily blocked by Maximov. It's been his game. Usually Edouard Grenier gets the start for Montreal, but Maximov was really good in his crease, and now lots of noise coming from Little Canadiens bench, and that'll do it. Montreal escapes with that one, a 4-1 victory over the Little Wings. The Wings that had handed them their first loss of the tournament yesterday, and today they get their revenge. A 4-1 win and a brilliant performance and team effort.
And you gotta love it. All the Little Canadiens players hugging their goalie, Maximov. This must be a big win for him. He might as well have had a shutout the way he was looking out there on the ice with all that confidence. Although the final score being 4-1, we'll see what the Red Wings could do in the playoffs, but for now the Canadiens continue their dominant streak in this tournament.
Well, he certainly gave them a chance to win. That goaltender Maximov has their right now in the handshakes line. One last game coming up on ice number 2. It's coming right up. Little Leafs against Little Blues. We'll be with you within a couple of minutes.